Matt, a Red Crescent ambulance delivering still more wounded here to the Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza, where I'm standing right now. Just one of the medical centres bearing the brunt of this conflict. Corridors are crammed with injured, staff are overwhelmed and struggling to cope with very limited supplies. Earlier I went inside this hospital to talk to some of the patients and the doctors trying to treat them. But my report tonight begins with my journey into Gaza and a warning: there are images some viewers may find distressing. We are inside Israel, approaching the border post with Gaza. A vast fireball in the Gazan sky beyond. Two telltale black plumes of smoke describe this continuing war. A Gazan bus has been procured to ferry us in. An Israeli ceasefire too. It lasts for 20 minutes. Utter emptiness. No humans, 2 donkeys, 1 dead man. On both sides of the road, an endless succession of wrecked buildings. Still the streets are deserted, the bombs and missiles stilled to let us through. Handfuls of people do come out onto the streets, and in town more, braving this terrifying rainfall of bombs and missiles. High up from our hotel, we look down on the stilled fishing boats and the wrecked iron shed where the first of the footballing boys was killed as he played. The beach where the other 3 died. It's part of the unseen devastation of Gaza, because since that incident in which the boys died last week, no one has walked upon this beach. No one dares. Amid the call to prayer from Gaza's minarets, there is fear everywhere of being in the open. The assumption is that anyone on the street must be a terrorist, which takes us to Al-Shifa Hospital. And complete mayhem. The agony of the worst of discovery. He's dead, beyond rescue, but not beyond the contorted grief of his own sons. The next is still alive, but in deepest shock. The Norwegian emergency doctor who tends him is Dr. Mads Gilbert.
It's okay. It's okay. This is a very brutal situation. And
how many casualties have you dealt with in the last 24 hours yourself? Can you tell? Can you think?
We had one family last night, an apartment building that was hit by F-16 rockets right close to Al-Shifa. And we had between 40 and 50 casualties within 15 minutes, 3 dead, I think. And this is a very large family system. By the way, the same family who lost the 4 boys playing soccer on the beach.
And now a boy, also in deep shock, vomiting continuously after witnessing 2 huge explosions at very close quarters.
Okay. I can understand that. But I think he's okay, and I think that the vomit can be part of the stress. And thank God he is alive.
Outside, people lie, sit, stand anywhere as they wait for news of wounded loved ones. On the lawn, a straggle of families, and then at the far end of the complex, the queues to identify the dead, blown to pieces in this strangled strip by a 21st century force. Hamas's officer class far below both risk and people, in deep bunkers, staying there until Israel calls a halt. Until then, so very many more are set to die, and with what legacy of despair and hopelessness.